right, we're in Asheville. This is we're literally in the most beautiful part of North Carolina. Though it's nice here. You look at what you're looking at here in for this to be the flight sim, but it really is this pretty up in Asheville. That's a beautiful place. We're flying the A320 Neo to Newark today. So let's get going. IRS is aligning. Captain Purse. Emergency lights. Smoking. And we're going to go ahead and start the APU because we're not going to be on the ground that long. Lights up. And request our flight plan. IRS. Good. We'll be going out on runway 17, I believe. Brian, get our IFR clearance, please.
I'll get our IFR clearance. Asheville ground, Allegiant 223. We'd like to receive our IFR clearance, and we have Foxtrot.
I am working on that clearance. Stand by. Allegiant 223, Asheville ground, cleared to Newark Liberty. Radar vectors murky, and as filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 35010 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.65, squawk 6377. Expect runway 17.
Cleared to Newark Liberty via radar vectors murky, then as filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 35010 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.65, squawk 6377. Expect runway 17, Allegiant 223.
Allegiant 223, read back correct.
Takeoff performance will be 444951. Flex is F72. And our QNH is, it says 1028. Sometimes I don't convert as quick. So what I do is I do this. 30.36. Okay. we need flight crew. Flight crew's running late.
Hello everyone, this is your friendly crew welcoming you aboard Allegiant Air Flight AAY-223 heading to Newark. I'm so proud to have you all here today, and just like I always tell my little Timmy, please take your seats according to your boarding passes. Make sure to stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any help, just call on any of us, and we'll be right there. Remember, we're all family here, and I want to make sure you're all comfortable. Thank you for flying with us.
She is so creepy. Okay, anyway. Brian, go ahead and get our pushback and start clearance, and you're in charge of all comms.
I'll handle the pushback and start clearance, and I'll take over the comms from here.
Are you going straight to work? He's waiting on me, by the way.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
I don't change that view. I'm not looking out of here anyway. Looking out the door.
Some doors are still opened or the GPU or the ASU are still connected. I'm waiting for all of them closed and disconnected, then I will proceed.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Good timing. Good timing. I noticed the IRS just came online. Perfect timing. That was not smart. What I didn't, the gate, let him take the gate back. What's out of there? There's a noise that the Airbuses make when you try to start the second engine, and it sounds like a dryer that just had a belt that like got tangled up or something. It doesn't sound good. Disturbing.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright. Engine 1 is coming up here. We'll go back and double check it before we go. Okay. And the master switch is off. Take the taxi light is on. Brian, would you go ahead and get our clearance for taxi?
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed.
I'll request
Hand
taxi
signal
clearance
will
from
be on the
ground.
left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Okay, flaps set to 1.
Asheville ground, Allegiant 223, ready to taxi. We have Foxtrot.
Allegiant 223, runway 17, taxi via Charlie Alpha, Alpha 8.
Runway 17, Charlie Alpha, Alpha 8, Allegiant 223.
Cabin attendants, armed doors and cross-check. Welcome aboard our flight to Newark Liberty International Airport. The estimated flight time is 1 hour and 25 minutes. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information even for frequent flyers. Fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal fitting into the buckle and pulling the strap to tighten. The seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Please return your seat backs and tray tables to the upright position and open your window blinds for takeoff. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode. Laptops must be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited anywhere on board, including the lavatories. Oxygen masks will drop automatically if required. Pull the mask firmly, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Life vests are located under your seat. Put it on, fasten it, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Floor level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked. There are 2 exits located at the front and rear of the aircraft, and the nearest exit may be behind you. In case of evacuation, leave all personal belongings behind and follow all safety instructions from the crew immediately. If a power bank or any electronic device becomes unusually warm or emits smoke, please inform a crew member immediately. The safety information card contains all details. Thank you for your attention.
Ron, do the takeoff briefing.
We'll be departing from runway 17.
Asheville ground, Allegiant 223, ready to taxi. We have Foxtrot.
Allegiant 223, runway 17 taxi via Alpha 8.
He actually already got my clearance. I don't know. Maybe I confused him. The
Runway 17, Alpha 8, Allegiant 223.
that's I-40, by the way. 40 west and east, running from like. In fact, I burned that run up that. This is highway up a lot. It's a nice place. You got a general aviation up here. Are you just coming or going? What are you doing? Definitely let him go. By the way, there's nothing like this particular airport coming in. If you've never been here before, like on approach, and we're in a corporate. Usually, I'd come in and do there. It was a corporate jet, General Dynamics, and wow, it's kind of creepy the first time you do it because it looks like you're landing uphill. Cut this guy some slack here. Landing lights up. Take. Chronos are being reset. Okay. All right, Brian. We're holding short runway 17, and we're ready for departure.
Holding short runway 17, ready for departure.
Definitely want to give that aircraft in front of us plenty of room to like go left or right or get out of the way. Could ruin his day.
Tower, Allegiant 223, holding short of runway 17. We're ready for departure.
And we have some
Allegiant
weather.
223, Asheville Tower, runway 17, winds 140 at 7. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Let's make sure our weather is set.
Runway 17 cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading. Allegiant 223.
Slight tilt on the go. Runway heading. Let's get lined up and I'll make sure we've got the proper runway heading. Right, we're good.
On runway 17 remaining. 7,700 feet.
You heard that. That's all we've got. 7,700 feet. Okay. 40%. Okay. Right. $80 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive climb. Gear up. Flaps are being retracted now. Autopilot.
Allegiant 223, contact departure on 124.65.
Switching to
Thrust
departure
climb.
on 124.65. Allegiant 223. Asheville departure, Allegiant 223. Good afternoon, climbing through 3,000.
Allegiant 223, Asheville departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 8,000,
That is,
turn right heading 100, vectors to Murky,
this
then
is
on course.
I-40, right here, I-40. Comes right by the airport right here in Asheville.
Climb and maintain 8,000, right heading 100, vectors to Murky, then on course. Allegiant 223.
Don't like the way this feels because that's another thing when you're coming out of Asheville. When you start climbing, it's like it doesn't. You're 2,000. You're already 2,500 feet of elevation. So if you're at, like right now we're at 6,000 feet. When we were at 5,000, we're only at 2,500 feet.
Allegiant 223, direct Murky, then as filed, please.
We are going direct to Murky. That's where we're heading. Laminar, they nailed the cloud thing. They did. Just looks like clouds. Looks like it's supposed to. Believable. It's the key word. It's one of the rivers we kayak in around here. We're at 8,000. We haven't been given clearance to go any higher. Why? Yeah, we have. Then it's filed. Ground spoilers are disarmed. Landing lights off.
Dear guests, the use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. Our cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for your attention.
We're on a slow climb up to 350, I think. Yep. Next mark, it will be, I think the next point will be 18,000 for transition. We actually have a tailwind. It's about 30 knots, 30, 32 knots on us right now. Kind of makes our rear end kind of push forward every now and then. It's like, boop.
Allegiant 223, contact Atlanta Center on 132.62.
Atlanta Center, Allegiant 223. Good afternoon, climbing through 17,000.
Allegiant 223, Atlanta Center, descend and maintain 35,000.
I think he meant climb and maintain.
Descend and maintain 35,000, Allegiant 223.
Allegiant 223, did you mean to climb and maintain 35,000? He did.
Allegiant 223, climb and maintain flight level 350.
There we go. Very good. I know what you
Climb
meant.
and maintain flight level 350, Allegiant 223.
So little things fascinate me. So the Bombardier Q4 8 was that the 5 by Flyjets in. Anyway, that is going to be one of my favorite aircraft, I believe. Right now, I'm kind of still awkward getting around in it to make sure I've got everything set right. I'm a little task saturated, but it's pretty cool. I mean, all the way down that they've done that. There's so much detail on that aircraft. You can go in the bathroom and flush the commode. I think that's. I'm sorry. You know what? It may be virtual, but the very fact that they went to that level of detail, it says something. It's really good. In the cabin area as a whole, you know, you don't spend as much time back there, but I noticed even the stows all work. Like you can actually open any of the stowage areas, and so yeah, they spent a lot of time on that one. Really impressed with that. I look forward to doing a flight with that one. I didn't want to do one yet on a stream because it's awkward. I'm still trying to make sure I know where everything is. Following the procedures, so it's just taking a little bit. I think we should break out a little bit here at some point. We're 460 miles outside of Newark right now. There we go.
Dear guests, the use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. Our cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for your attention.
Allegiant 223, contact Washington Center on 124.05.
Washington Center, Allegiant 223. Good afternoon with you, flight level 350.
Allegiant 223, Washington Center, good afternoon.
So yeah, so I'm the flight attendant to 3 cats. That's it. That's my job. I think. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll need to leave the cockpit because I've got 3 cats who are bugging the snot out of me to be fed. Okay. Great. Thank you for flying Allegiant Airlines. You notice how we have stayed in the clouds here. Second of the weather en route. And we have a steady cloud cover all of the sea. We'll actually break out, and we should be in clear skies when we get to Newark. So it should not be like an issue when we get to Newark. What am I missing here? Something different. I was just looking at the interior of this, my A320, and something's different. I don't know. Looks like we broke out for a little bit here. So the plan is that when I get to Newark, I may be picking up a flight from from Newark to Greensboro, either Newark to Greensboro, Newark to Charlotte, and on a McDonnell Douglas, an Embraer A175. That's a beautiful shot there, isn't it? Right. Looking at our landing performance, we're going to be going in with medium. And on braking, QNH will be .63.
Allegiant 223, please expedite your descent to flight level 350.
Expediting descent to flight level 350, Allegiant 223.
When I change the altimeter, I mess with the altitude. It's like, hey, what are you doing? Right. It is cold in Newark right now. It's weird. Okay. So 170 and 6 knots. We're not going to put a barrow in right now. So our VREF will be about 138 plus 5, so about 143. Okay. Okay. Well, look at that. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. Cool. Just the detail and the way it looks is it's just amazing. It's awesome. It's a great job. And like I said, I'm not trying to take anything away from Microsoft 2024 and what they did on the ground, but I don't think anything compares in the flight sim world here for that on a computer to what some of the things you see here. And it gives guys that are creative and have the time and the money to do it all kinds of ideas of things they can do even to make it more immersive. But it's just top notch. That's why Xplane 12 portions of it are used by airlines even. So it's just well done. I mean, nothing beats $150,000 flight sim. I mean, let's face it. You know, if you got money falling out of your pocket, do it. But I don't think you can beat this. What's going on the ground? And even that. So we're running map enhancements. So that still looks good, you know, still well done. there. Got some rain coming there. I'm about 2 days out from being out.
Allegiant 223, contact Washington Center on 132.905.
Switching to Washington Center on 132.905. Allegiant 223. Washington Center, Allegiant 223. Good afternoon, maintaining flight level 350.
Allegiant 223, Washington Center, good afternoon.
Request descent clearance on the Filbo arrival.
Requesting descent clearance on the Filbo 4 arrival now.
Washington Center, Allegiant 223, requesting descent clearance on the Filbo 4 arrival.
Allegiant 223, descend via Filbo 4 to 8000 Court transition into Newark Liberty, altimeter 3061.
Descend via Filbo 4 to 8000, Court transition into Newark Liberty, altimeter 3061, Allegiant 223.
stunning. Those cloud formations are stunning.
Allegiant 223, contact Washington Center on 132.525.
Switching to Washington Center on 132.525, Allegiant 223. Washington Center, Allegiant 223. Good evening, descending flight level 220.
Wow, that's just, wow, it's so well done. Look at that. We'll have a transition once we get there to swing over for KEWR, but I'm trying to think. We shouldn't never make it to Filbo. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm hoping about Metro. We can swing over to Kilma, Metro to Kilma. Not you do the whole. Let's see what they do for us. See if they vector us. Wow. Can't ask for more than that. You know what? We spend more of our time up in the clouds. That's all. I think we asked Laminar to work on that, and they definitely worked on it.
Washington Center, contact Newark approach on 128.55.
Switching to Newark approach on 128.55, Allegiant 223. Newark approach, Allegiant 223. Good evening, descending 15,000.
Allegiant 223, Newark approach. Expect the ILS runway 4 right approach into Newark Liberty.
Expecting ILS runway 4 right approach into Newark Liberty. Allegiant 223.
Okay, so I think it's a combination of things. So I do have a KEWR custom scenery airport. Okay, that's true. But I think that's map enhancements. It's really kind of enhancing the way the ground looks and the way the terrain looks. I think it's doing a good job. And if there is a enhancement for the northern part of the United States, like northeast, I would get it. I'm going to check with Orbex. But yeah, I'll definitely be there. Wow. Wow, looks good. Some of that, it's a little bit, some of the transition part there is not, yeah, a little, but it looks great. Looks good. Landing lights are on, and nose light is on. Love you. I'll take that. I think it looks good. It looks really good. We're under 10,000. The terrain, everything, it looks good. It's like I said, we're not within an urban landscape quite yet. We're almost there. You know, just outside of the city. Looks good. So when we get to the metro, this is what I'm wondering about. Metro is where if they would tell us at Metro to go straight to Kilma, I thought I'd be more pleased. We're going to see what they say. 40 miles out. It wants us to go to gritty, which is taking Kilma out altogether. I don't know. Let's see how they treat me. I'm just curious. I'm kind of moving ourselves up in the lineup. I think if I get them to take me to all the way to end of Filbo, so Allegiant 223. I'm requesting direct to gritty.
Unable direct to gritty. Continue present routing.
Okay. I tried. I don't feel like messing with these.
Continuing present routing, Allegiant 223.
I don't feel like we won't mess with these New Jersey controllers or these New York controllers.
Allegiant 223, proceed direct gritty. Descend and maintain 2800 feet. Altimeter 3062. Until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS runway 4 right approach.
Proceed direct gritty. Descend and maintain 2800 feet. Altimeter 3062. Cleared for the ILS runway 4 right approach. Allegiant 223.
You got to move fast here with what we're doing. Oh, hey Louise, my apologies. I was like focused on trying to get descended. So hello, Mr. Aussie. We're in Newark, New Jersey today. We're actually coming in to Newark. There's three. The major airports are Newark, New Jersey. You got JFK, and you got LaGuardia, all tightly packed right here in this one place, and it's a mess. It's a mess to get in and out of.
Allegiant 223, contact Newark Liberty Tower on 118.3.
Switching to Newark Liberty Tower on 118.3, Allegiant 223.
So I've been experimenting with a couple of different things here. So what on the ground right there, we're using
Newark
map
Liberty
enhancements
Airport Tower, Allegiant 223.
to
Good evening, establishment
kind of
ILS
enhance
runway 4 right approach.
the view from above and kind of bring out the terrain a little bit more.
Allegiant 223, Newark Liberty International
looks
Airport
pretty good.
Tower, Roger.
Oh, that's a big bridge right there. And Newark, I think I have Newark is a custom scenery airport a little bit, but the Europe I just got looks they're really good. Okay, so anyway, we're coming in. We're at full flaps. Approach is activated.
Allegiant 223, winds 170 at 6, runway 4 right, cleared to land.
And a localizer is captured. There goes Alaska Airlines out of here. It's departing.
4 right, cleared to land. Allegiant 223.
There we go. You see the full flaps. And to your right, you'll see the landing place of Sully's plane from the Miracle on the Hudson. All right. And we're 1,800 feet. Hey Midnight, I'm back. I took an Allegiant flight out of Asheville, North Carolina, to Newark, which is a regular flight of Allegiant Airlines, a regional carrier. Here they fly back and forth quite a bit here. We're at 1,300 feet. I think Newark is a custom. I know that I've got custom scenery for like the New York City, over there in New York City. JFK's the custom Nimbus airport. This one I'm not sure. Not positive. If it's, I think it is. I think I did get a Newark custom scenery. So that's what you should be worried about, Steve, when you're about to try to land a plane. Okay, all right, custom scenery.
Approaching runway 4, right.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, landing gear came down, you know, timely. Everything's pretty much been standard on this one, so
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. Retard. 5. Retard. Retard. Retard.
may have flared a little high, but it's all right for them.
Allegiant 223, welcome to Newark Liberty. Contact ground on 121.8.
Newark Liberty International Airport ground, Allegiant 223. Good evening, cleared of runway, ready to taxi to the gate.
Allegiant 223, Newark Liberty International Airport ground. Taxi to Terminal B, Gate 47 via Juliet. Hold short of runway 22 right, then Romeo Golf Alpha, Romeo Delta. Good day.
Awesome. Awesome. It's cool. Okay.
Terminal B, Gate 47 via Juliet. Hold short of runway 22 right, then Romeo Golf Alpha, Romeo Delta. Allegiant 223.
Approaching runway 22, right.
Allegiant 223, cross runway 22 right, then continue taxi via Romeo Golf Alpha, Romeo Delta.
It's a busy airport.
22 right, then Romeo Golf Alpha, Romeo Delta. Allegiant 223.
Of course it is. It's Newark. No, but I didn't make that noise happen again. I'm figuring it had to do with the altitude I was at, and the landing gear was not down yet, and somehow I think it just got hung. But no, it doesn't. I guess I'm curious if it would do it if it happened again. If I waited to put the landing gear down, might be a bug though. Place is busy. I tell you, man, yeah, LaGuardia, I had to go out of LaGuardia in December, and our flight got held up a couple of times for mechanical issues, and yeah, mechanical issues. But it was so busy that day. I think we came in. I think we were leaving out on a Tuesday. I think it was a Tuesday, but it was super busy. Okay, so it assigned me a parking space that big big jets in. So I think we're gonna take a liberty. I think we're gonna go right here instead. I'll let the big boy have his spot. Parking brakes out. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And we came in at JFK. We came in at JFK on on American Airlines, and we flew out the next morning. No, actually the next afternoon on El Al. That's Israeli Airlines, and on a 787 Dreamliner. It's the first time I've ever been on one. It was really nice. That's one thing. I love that plane. Okay, let's see. External power, chocks. We're gonna second here. Oh, I'll go look at it. I just haven't been in there. We'll go see what I got it. Hit accept on it. Okay. All right. Let's bring the lights down. See if it I tell you what, man, their grade system is pretty tough with the Allegiant. Like this one here, I got a 59%, but it had to do with I don't know what the landing rate. Landing rate's 579 feet per minute. I'm good, which is a little bit high, but and I'm not sure why it faulted me for approach, but they redirected me, so ATC took me and cut my approach short, so I had to descend quicker, so that takes off for that. So they really like nitpick you apart on those pieces. In other words, it's still this one will be approved because it's a regional carrier, but it is they're tough. They're tough. Okay. Take a bigger look at this. I think this, I have to double check. I think my Newark is a custom airport, so it's KEWR. Let me see. Let me double check. Custom scenery. No, I've got KORD, KMIA, JFK. I'm not sure this one's a custom scenery. Nope, it's not. It's not. I thought it was. I thought it was. Okay. Right. But it's still well done. Still, I think they did a good job with it. Let's go back and see you. There we go. I do like what map enhancements does. Like it kind of brings out the colors. I think it actually does a good job. Okay. I did. I still had a bounce. Still a little bit of bounce there. Yeah. Do you have? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Do you have the map enhancements? Have you used them yet? Okay, we're real time right now. Let's see. So right now we're at Newark. What I like about map enhancements, because I owned it maybe a year and a half ago, and yeah, probably about a year and a half ago, and they've made the install much simpler. The way I used to have to do it, I had to download every single component. It took forever to set it up and to make it look right. And they now have a nice install tool that they did a really good job with it. The earlier version created quite a bit of lag, but it really does depend on like how much memory you have, different things, and you can actually set it up if your system's at least fairly recent. If you've got SSD drives and it's using a SSD drive to cache with, you're going to have. I think it should run okay. What's your processor that you're running on? What processor? Um, you may have a little bit, but I would try it. Try it. There's no other way to know it. Is there any chance you could ever up your RAM? Could you ever get your RAM up to say at least 32 gigs? Oh, I got it. Okay. I don't know. The gaming laptops tend to have a better track record with running something like that. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's going to push it a little bit. Yeah, it might push it a little bit, but it won't hurt anything to try it. If you got the space, if you've got the space, everything for it, give it a shot. What I'm running, I think what we're running here is those traffic global is actually running in the background, so all the traffic you see, all the additional traffic is set for traffic global. So far, and there is an occasion where if I'm on a long flight or something, because there's a lot that it does in the background on your memory, but you also can track it in the plugin admin too. Well, have you looked at places like Newegg? And yeah, you're right. You could end up spending some money. You could. Newegg is where I ended up purchasing one from, and the one I have is probably about a year and a half, year and 3/4 old, and it came with an i9 32 gigs of RAM and SSD with NVIDIA RTX 4070 card, and since I've had it, upgraded the RAM to 64 gigs, and that's what I have now. And I do admit there are things on the RTX 4070 I can tax that GeForce card out with. And since the new updates came out on Flight Factor 777, which I loved, I was able to fly it before. Now it won't run. It stops on my GPU, and there's some sort of conflict, and so but that's it. So here, traffic global, it just gives you an idea what's going on in the background with my plugins, what's doing what. So it says here traffic global is kind of the pig, but it's not a lot. It's like here we got FPS is like right at around 3, 2, 3, 4 is the FPS. It's kind of inking out there. I think, and of course Xplane is everything else, but that just gives you an idea what they do on mine. And I do say this, money's money. It all depends on, if it's something you can justify or not, or mine, I'd use this for some business also, so that helps me kind of offset it. But yeah. Still though, I think Xplane, the last update that Xplane did, the last one that they worked on, it's been working so much. It seems to have been more optimal with memory and resources than it has been before. So I've been really impressed with it. Yeah, to be a default airport for Newark there, I'm a little impressed. Man, the traffic's, look at that. Goodness, this is rush hour in New York City, or in New Jersey, New York City, but all that traffic coming and going there, pretty good. I will say this, with depending on, like, if you're flying a lot of IFR flying, and you aren't as close to the ground as often, but you're doing a lot of IFR related flying, and you just have some good, nice custom scenery airports, I think that's just as good as anything Map Enhancement's done. Map Enhancements, in fact, I just got some of the Orbex things, and the Orbex seems to add a whole lot to like close to the ground, like urban areas. And I don't run map enhancements when I do that too. You got to land in Newark. It's quite a sight. What's your home territory? Like a sunken ship there. Your home territory, like what state are you from? What state? I'm in we're in like I say, I'm in the North Carolina area. This is where I was a cop here in this area around Greensboro for a number of years. But then so Greensboro, but I've been back and forth between there and New York City, Alabama quite a bit. And then traveling some other places, but this is my home territory here, North Carolina. Oh, you told me that. You told me that, Magna. I saw holding I had a brain fart there for a second. Yeah, you told me that. I knew that. Yeah, we've talked details before. I just had a memory lapse there for a second. Yeah. All right. Well, I got to go run some errands here and on my side for my in-laws. We take care of some of a sick family, and but I'll be back. I'll probably do another flight a little bit later this evening. And there is I noticed that there is a group flight going. I know. Oh, you did. That's awesome. So you were there around Christmas last year? Yes. In fact, that's when I was there. That's well, it was a little bit before. It was the earlier part of December, but I was there. I just flown back in at JFK, and it was it was freezing. I remember when we were there. So we flew in and we had to stay an extra night because we were flying out from LaGuardia the next day, because that was the best way for us to get on American Airlines flight to get back to where we live. So otherwise we're going to pay an extra $200 if we flew out of JFK or one of the other airports. But yeah, I remember it being cold. So you got to see the Rockefeller Center Christmas trees and that kind of thing when you were there, I'm assuming. Hey, I will go back in and find your request so I can make sure to do it in side of this course, and then we'll work from there. I notice there's some flights, by the way. I noticed that's going out tonight too. Where is it? Tuesday night flight group. Oh, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. That's not tonight. Okay. It was. I'm sure you didn't feel any Panama go you didn't feel any Panama weather there. No, you didn't. That's funny. All right, man. Hey, you have a good night. I've got to run, everybody, but I'll be back up a little bit later tonight, and I'll hit that discourse. All right. All right. Have a good night.